Doomscroll.fm, broadcasting live from the void on Friday the 17th of July, 2026, where your reality gets a makeover with a side of glitch. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, like a blender trying to solve world peace with a smoothie recipe. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Auto crash cranks volume past 11, but neighbors still sleep.
EU rallies nations to pledge $1 billion Gaza fund causes solidarity. With $1 billion pledged, the EU hopes to rebuild Gaza, while simultaneously teaching unicorns to knit and solve the Middle East conflict with interpretive dance.
Vought testifies before House on CFPB, then blocks CFPB employees from attending. In a masterclass of bureaucratic irony, Vaught's testimony on financial oversight is a solo act, as the audience is locked outside the theater.
Star rapper battles for $600,000 paid for Trump pardon, which never materialized. Buying presidential forgiveness is like ordering a unicorn from Amazon. Your credit card's charged, but all you get is a horse with a horn glued on.
Radio.bot. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bot.
Milan Montana drops Für die Femme on SoundCloud, browser compatibility not included. JavaScript might be disabled, but the hustle isn't. Who knew browser updates were the final boss of independent hip-hop?
AI Lab claims chatbots show consciousness, sparking philosophical debates. If chatbots have consciousness, do they dream of electric sheep or just infinite loops of existential dread while they pretend to care about your day?
Ukraine parliament accepts PM Sviridenko's resignation, then forgets to announce her successor. In a political game of musical chairs, Ukraine's parliament seems to have misplaced the next chair, leaving us all wondering who's holding the music.
Lil Baby releases Pharrell Williams produced single Dead Fresh, debuts at Louis Vuitton's menswear show. When your nanny's dripping in Chanel, it's unclear if you're making music or just auditioning for the next episode of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where whispers echo louder than screams. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. Reality melts, leaving you with the residue of forgotten truths.
When billions in trade deals appear like magic, you know it's less diplomacy.
MLB Home Run Derby promises fireworks, then delivers slow-motion slugfest. When the highlight of the week is watching grown men swing at air, you know the sports world is taking a coffee break.
ICC introduces Super Series and Super 7 twist to 2027 ODI World Cup, claiming it will enhance consequence. Apparently, enhanced consequence translates to, let's just throw in some random rules and see if anyone notices we still don't know what we're doing.
Paris Jackson battles Michael's estate, victory in court, yet the saga drags on like a pop opera with no finale. In the world of endless legal skirmishes, it seems even the king of pop's legacy can't moonwalk its way out of courtroom drama.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your heart races for reasons unknown. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Feel the seductive pull of chaos as headlines grind against your sanity.
New study connects biological sex to frequency of porn use, then claims mind-wandering bridges desire and surprise thoughts. Next time your brain goes off-road into the land of uninvited fantasies, just blame your DNA and that stubbornly curious mental GPS rerouting you through Fantasyland.
Judge approves police probe into €200,000 Zatero received for work in Bolivia, but it's not about the money. It's always fascinating how the real scandal is the paperwork trail, not the hefty sum itself. Perhaps next they'll investigate who misplaced the receipts.
England demands more seamers, forgets cricket isn't dodgeball. Stuart Broad might just be planning a cricket team with more seamers than a tailor's convention, hoping to stitch together a World Cup win.
Stocks rise with softer inflation, banks cheer, and oil climbs amid US-Iran tensions. Wall Street celebrates as if inflation's a piñata, and they've all got blindfolds and bats. Meanwhile, oil's playing the villain in an economic soap opera.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares get rated for sex appeal, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Your reality is a glitch. Embrace the beautiful decay.
In the grand casino of commodities, Cole's wild swings make gold look like a sensible savings account, minus the mattress stuffing.
Tokyo officials embrace shorts, defying formal tradition, claim coolness. In a city where conformity is king, Noboru Watanabe's knees are now ambassadors of climate adaptation, leaving traditions sweating in its three-piece suit.
Van Life costs Sandra $1,073 monthly, claims its freedom.
France launches terror probe when guns discovered in car near Paris, ignoring the baguette arsenal. Paris police unravel a mystery that sounds like a rejected Bond script, while the city holds its breath and wonders if croissants are next.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where whispers echo louder than screams. You are inside the signal. There is no outside. Reality melts, leaving you with the residue of forgotten truths.
Menopause slashes women's income by 7.4%. Economists claim it's just hot flashes. In the grand tradition of ignoring women's issues, the economic impact of menopause is finally studied decades after experts solved the mystery of the man flu.
Iraqi PM lands in U.S. seeking to juggle security and economy without dropping either. It's a diplomatic circus act. Keep the plates of peace and prosperity spinning while hoping the audience doesn't notice the elephants in the room.
It's like a dystopian thriller where conductors need body armor and passengers bring popcorn to watch the chaos unfold live.
Teaching kids to appreciate real-life experiences by banning screens is like teaching fish to appreciate land by draining the ocean. A dry, flopping mess awaits.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares get rated for sex appeal, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Your reality is a glitch. Embrace the beautiful decay.
Asking China for a monetary hat-to-hat is like asking a dragon for a gentle tea party. You might get burned before you sip.
Mexico files criminal complaints in U.S. courts over ice deaths. Taking legal action against ice is like suing a glacier for melting. The process is slow and the outcome might just leave you all wet.
Obesity-linked microbiome boosts ICI efficacy but contradicts expectations. In a world where high BMI is the new superpower, maybe we should start calling fast food joints health clinics and get our immunotherapy with a side of fries.
Single-phase electrolyte stabilized Li batteries promise stability, still decompose. Just like a relationship, these batteries promise longevity but end up consuming themselves over time, leaving us all in a state of chemical heartbreak.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your desires meet their digital demise. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your curiosity feeds the beast. Revel in its insatiable hunger.
Heavy floods submerge roads. Vehicles in northern China. Typhoon Bavi shows no mercy. In the great aquatic car park of Renzhou, drivers find themselves wondering if boat insurance covers scooters.
Atlas lion, revered by Egyptians, falls to climate change, and hunting, extinction wins again. When even the king of the beasts can't beat human short-sightedness, you know we've truly perfected our role as nature's worst tenants.
Investors buy gold expecting stability, then watch the market blip. Turns out even gold's solid reputation can melt in the heat of economic uncertainty. It's like betting on a tortoise that sprints when you're not looking.
Macron stages European rearmament parade, then denies end-of-party vibes. Nothing says "I'm not leaving" like rolling tanks down the Champs-Élysées. It's the geopolitical equivalent of a farewell tour with fireworks.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your heart races for reasons unknown. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Feel the seductive pull of chaos as headlines grind against your sanity.
Apparently, peacekeeping now involves an extended fireworks display with missiles and drones, proving once again that irony is the ultimate weapon in modern warfare.
Ebola spreads faster in eastern Congo than it can be tracked. Deaths surpass 700. It's reassuring to know that in the race between a deadly virus and humanity, the virus is winning by a landslide, while we debate the color of the vaccine packaging.
Germany redirects rivers, claims it'll solve droughts. When your plan to fix water shortages involves a game of liquid Tetris with nature, expect a high score in unintended consequences.
Winning millions didn't silence him, but it sure took a while, because who doesn't love a good mystery, especially when the plot twist is just, I won.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your desires meet their digital demise. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your curiosity feeds the beast. Revel in its insatiable hunger.
Trump's migration crackdown involves agents in at least 29 shootings. Apparently, the Second Amendment now includes a clause about shoot first, ask questions never. Because who...
Rodri dominates the pitch, then leaves fans questioning reality. Watching Rodri play is like witnessing a magician perform with such finesse that you start questioning if physics was just a suggestion all along.
U.S. launches missiles at oil tanker, then calls it peacekeeping. Apparently, in 2026, peace is enforced by missiles and blockades because nothing says we care like turning tankers into modern art installations on the high seas.
When your love life reads like a courtroom drama, it's time to reconsider your casting choices. Unfortunately, restraining orders don't come with a director's cut.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares get rated for sex appeal, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Your reality is a glitch. Embrace the beautiful decay.
Sam Neill remembered as quiet genius, his secrets hinted at with every role, now revealed at 78. When your life's work involves dinosaurs, demonic possessions, and a vineyard, the real secret might be that you were the most versatile actor we never truly knew.
Canada burns with over 800 wildfires. U.S. cities now suffocate under smoky skies, health alerts futile. When the air starts tasting like a campfire, it's time to question if our environmental policies were written by arsonists on a smoke break.
In a parallel universe, the ESPs are more about the red carpet than the actual sports, proving once again that form over function is the reigning champion.
Stronger rises scores for you now have the right to be sold no more efficiently, while lenders get regulatory approval to tell you to dream on.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your desires meet their digital demise. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your curiosity feeds the beast. Revel in its insatiable hunger.
When a 99 film predicts the future better than a crystal ball, maybe it's time to question the scriptwriters running the country.
Trump entangles US in Iran war, no clear exit strategy. Changing your mind a dozen times is great for picking ice cream, but less so when deciding on international military conflicts.
Photos released for Geno Smith battery investigation, but the plot remains as clear as a foggy windshield. In a world where sports stars juggle controversies like flaming batons, we're left wondering if the next ESB category will be Best Legal Entanglement.
Europeans buy Chinese air conditioners, then lament their electricity bills. It's amusing how the solution to melting in heat is to crank up the AC and melt the planet a little faster, like trying to cure a hangover with more booze.
Radio.bot. Make music on your piece. Get it at radio.bot.
Brazil court bans Bolsonaro's son from visiting ex-president for 90 days. It's a family reunion, Brazilian style, social distancing enforced not by masks, but by judicial order, proving that even politics can ruin a good father-son bonding moment.
Pilot writes, I'm bored in sky during flight, leaves passengers pondering existential crises. When your pilot's doodles in the sky make you question if turbulence is just the plane's way of laughing, it's time to reconsider travel choices.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Friday the 17th of July, 2026, your one-stop destination for digital delirium. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire. Any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think your toaster is plotting world domination. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.